In this video, we will talk about how can we register our services by using the add method. Remember in the previous videos, I was saying that this services is a collection of service descriptor. So it means if it is a collection, then the methods of the collection should also be applicable over here. Let's talk about that. So instead of using this AddSingleton, AddTransient and AddScoped, I want to use the add method. Let's see how this will work. Okay, so this time I want to comment this line over here. Now let's do this builder dot services dot add. This is the add method. Because this services is a collection of service descriptor, so over here we have to pass the instance of the service descriptor. So for that, let's go to that class. Here I'm going to the definition of this service collection. We are over here. If I go over there, you can notice that this is a list of service descriptor. I'm inside this service descriptor. Here you can notice that we are having several overloaded version of the constructor of this service descriptor class. Okay, first you can see that we are having this service type. So I can create the instance directly by using this service descriptor class. Here first parameter is I have to provide my type. Second is I have to provide the implementation. Let me scroll to the right side a little bit. This is also the type. Then the third parameter is this service lifetime. By using this constructor, we can register our service. There are so many versions of this constructor. We will have a look on all of them in just a bit, but for now, let's register the service by using this constructor version. Okay, so we are back to our program.cs class. Here it is. And let's use the new service descriptor. The first parameter is your type. So type in this case is this gift service. Let me just paste it. I don't need this IL over here. I'm just removing it. Okay. Then the second parameter is I have to provide the type of the instance, which is the implementation. So the implementation is written in this gift service. Let's do that also. So here I'm writing type of gift service. And the third parameter is the service lifetime. So what is the service lifetime? The service lifetime is an enum. Here you can pick any one of them. Okay, let's go back. So what I did, builder.services.add method. In this add method, I'm passing the instance of this service descriptor. And here I'm passing that this is my interface. This interface is implemented by this gift service class. And this is the lifetime of my registration. And again, if you are having more than one services that I want to register in my application, so we can have multiple lines over here and you can just define all your services at this place. But because now we are dealing only with one service, so let's see how this will work. So let's just rename this user controller class also. So instead of this user controller, I want to use the gifts controller over here. Let's run this application now. The app is running over here on this 5230 port, and let's just open the Swagger. You can notice that we are having the gifts. If I want to try it out, you can notice that we are not getting anything. Now, if I want to send the gift, click on this one, send any default value over here. Let's send this string name, which is string 1. Click on this execute button. You can notice that we have added one gift to our instance. If I click on that get all method, this is the get all method. Click on this execute button. You can notice we are getting one record. It means this service that we have registered in this program.cs class by using this new service descriptor instance is working fine as the singleton. What if instead of singleton you want to register it in some other scope? So you can change that over here in this third parameter. So for example, here I'm using this scoped. Now your registration will behave as the scoped. Here if you are using transient, then your registration will work as the transient. This is, I believe, you should try at home. So try to change this third parameter and see what is the behavior of your service lifetime now. Okay. Now let's assume that I want to register my service without interface at this place. Then how do I work? Because I don't want to work with interface. So let's simply use this same gift service at both the places like this. I hope it should work. Now in my gifts controller, instead of using this gift service, I have to use the gift services like that. If I will run this application, I can use this gift service directly. But again, if you are doing like this, then mocking will create the problem. You will not be able to mock your methods. Your unit test case will start fail. So many things you will have to take care. So it is always a recommended and best practice to use an interface, a contract for your service and use that. Let's see what else do we have over here. For that, let's go inside this service descriptor class. You can notice that there are several versions of this constructor. Here you can notice that we are passing a key, a service key. There is also a concept of key. We will talk about that, the key in dependency injection, maybe in some next section. But for now, let's focus only on without this key. Okay, so here you can notice that we are having one more constructor, and here we are expecting only one parameter and only the instance. So how do we pass this service lifetime? In this case, you can notice that we have this line, this comment over here. It says, initialize a new instance of this class with the specified instance as singleton. If you are not passing your service lifetime over here, then by default, this will be treated as singleton. Okay, let's see what else do we have. So we have the service type, service key. Let's not focus too much on the service key for now. Okay, so this is something I want to talk about now. We have this service descriptor, and then we are having this func factory. So here in this factory, let's use this factory version. Okay, so how does this work? Remember in one of the previous video, we have already used this factory concept. So the concept of factory is that you can tell your lambda over here that this is how this instance will be created when it is needed. So here I'm writing the hard-coded instance, which is going to be the new gift service like this. And again, if you want to pass this service lifetime, then you can pass the service lifetime. If don't, then the default one will be singleton. Service lifetime dot singleton. Did you notice one more thing? What will happen if this gift service has more dependencies? Then how do we pass those instances over here? If you have already one instance, then it is good to pass it over here, but there is one more way to get the instance at the runtime. That is something that you will learn in some next videos. But for now, if you are having this gift service without any overloaded version that you need to send from here, then you can simply pass like this and this will still work. Now I want to comment this line and I want to say what else can we do with this builder.services. I'm not using this AddScoped method for now. Okay, let's simply focus on the add method because that is the one that we are learning in this video. If I will press the dot, then you will notice that there are several static methods on this class. Okay, so this is scoped, this is singleton, and this is the transient. Let's focus on this singleton first. See what this is. If I want to go to the definition of this singleton, basically right click and go to definition. Here you will notice that this is the static class. This is the singleton. In this singleton, we can define our service and then we can provide our implementation. Nice. So just like we were doing earlier, we have to provide the same thing. So this T service is again a type. Let's just expand this implementation. You can notice that this method is calling this describe keyed. What is this? We have this T service, we have the implementation, and we are passing this singleton. So this method is taking care of that. Let's go inside this one also. See what else we have. Again, this is calling this describe keyed. We are just getting the type over here. So this method will take care of that. This is getting the type over here. This is the service key. This is the implementation, and this is the lifetime. So how do I do it over here? So if I do like this, this will still work. How it will work? This is because, so inside the singleton method, this is already creating the type over here in this describe keyed over here. This is how they are doing it. Let's go inside this one also. See what they are doing over here. They are returning the new service descriptor. Again, that we did in the previous concept. This one. So they are returning the new service descriptor. This is the service type. This is the service key, implementation type, and the lifetime. This is also another approach that you can use to register your service. If instead of using this singleton, you want to use a scoped or transient, then you simply use that method. So this class also has one static method for this scoped. You can notice scope static method, and again the same concept is there, and this time they are passing the service lifetime as scoped. So either you can use the extension method, or you can use these static methods, or you can also use this new keyword directly. The recommended approach is using this add singleton, but because this is straightforward, you don't have to worry about anything else. Simply use this builder services, add singleton. Here you have to work with this service descriptor class. Now let's see how this add singleton is working. Okay, if I uncomment this and I want to see what is the implementation of this add singleton. Here we are. See, this is again calling this services dot some other version of this add singleton. Let's see what is there. Here we are. Now you can see what this is doing. So this is returning that add method that we were trying to use. In that add method, they are having this services, service type, implementation type, and the singleton. Ultimately, what we were doing, it is there in this add singleton method. I want you to test this scenario by yourself and share your feedback with me.